Hi YouTube, it's Renee, and this is the Felicity Jane February kit called You and Me, and this is what came in that black and white envelope. Some Polaroids and some gold shapes, and this time our kit was tied with a pink bow instead of a black one. And this is what it looks like when you open up the kit after you take out the stuffing. Here is a quick peek at some of the stamp set. I think those will be really useful. A little container of black, white, and gold confetti and a couple hearts. This velvety ribbon with a scallop, and I'll show you on the side there in a minute. And we also got some gold and white twine and a little spool. And this is another little embellishment pack we got. And this is what was in the pack. Some flare, a gold bow, and some sparkly pink. And this cute little heart bag. And in the heart bag are some black and white chipboard letters. I think this kit's going to go really good for my February trip coming up here. We got some tickets, and this is showing you the cut-aparts. I really like these colors. I think they're going to go good with Las Vegas. And then here's the papers. I really like this one a lot with the polka dots. And the back side are these very cute black and white hearts. I love the colors in the striped paper. And coming up on the back side here is a lovely aqua with white polka dots. Here's a plus kind of sign. It kind of reminds me of an older Amy Tan collection. And then I love this map on the back. I am probably going to cut up North America there because I'm going on a trip. And I really love this one too with the arrows and the hearts. This is all very, very Valentine-y. Love it. It's nice and bright. Not your traditional Valentine colors. And this is a chevron on the back. And then we got like a half a sheet of this aqua cardstock, and there's really, it's like one-sided, I guess, but we'll just use that for matting. And then one sheet of the pink cardstock. And then here are the cut-aparts. Sorry for the banging. We're having a storm here, and it's garbage day, so the garbage can lids are banging around. And then this gold paper. I'm really excited to use this kit. This is what I have left of the kit. About 3/4 of the sheet is the gold cardstock. Those are the stamps I use. Quite a bit of the cut-aparts and the tags. And some of the stamped images. I also just use a tiny bit of that twine. I'm missing the little container with all the little glittery things. And see here, I used up just about all the letters, but I have all the numbers left.
So these are the layouts that I got done. I got done 7. I think I probably could have got an 8 layout done, but I was kind of over it. I didn't have any big sheets left, and I'd have to go digging in my stash, and I'm feeling a little bit lazy to do that right now. So this one is called I'd Go Anywhere With You, and I used up a whole ton of those chipboard letters, and I cut out the geotags and kind of placed them around. I used the map paper, and I cut 2 1-inch strips of the gold glitter paper, and then I just used 2 photos, one of the Las Vegas Strip and then another one of my husband and I in the Red Rock Canyon, and I pop dotted up that arrow, and I also mounted that smaller photo on 3x4 cut-apart cards. So I think that one turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one because I would go anywhere with that guy. He is a good travel partner. And this is actually the first layout that I created. I wanted to take pictures of the Valentine's gifts that we gave to each other. And I used the heart paper, and then I used that little strip of the kind of the partial sheet there of the mint paper, and I just took 4 Instagram shots of each gift wrapped up and then opened, and I used the numbers and also, not the numbers, the chipboard letters and a 3x4 card, that striped paper, lined paper, and then underneath the mint paper I used 2 of the branding strips. I used one of the tickets and one of the flare badges, and then I added in a few of these pebble sheets. So I like that one too. And I got my husband the Guardians of the Galaxy CD. I always tease him he's not from this century. He really does like 70s music. This one's pretty heavy because it's got a lot of layers. Whereas this one's not so heavy because, well, I guess it is, but anyway. So I layered up some of the pink and then the mint from the back side of this sheet, and one of the cut aparts, the doily, and a lot of the gold. And then I also cut some of that gold paper and put it down between the stripes there. And that's just a selfie my husband and I took at the Valley of the Fire before someone came up and offered to take our picture. I'm finding that is a good thing to do, like try and take a selfie, and then if people are around, usually somebody will offer to take your picture. So, but this selfie didn't turn out too bad. I also used the gold hearts. I used a little bit of that twine there. That's the only twine I really used. And then little gold here and one of the little cut aparts. I like that layout too. And this one is kind of a funny one. I use the pink cardstock and the bag, and then these Polaroids and the little strips of the cut aparts. This is my husband at the chandelier, outside the chandelier bar in the Cosmo in Las Vegas, and we saw this girl taking a picture in the shoe, trying to be all sexy. So I said, why don't you get in the shoe? And it was funny. The people that were taking the picture, they saw my husband get in there, and they were just laughing so hard. He's just such a good sport about things like that. I really enjoy being with him. And then these hearts here are those stamped ones. I stamped it with the bubblegum Hero Arts and just layered up the Polaroids in a flare, and it just says having fun in Las Vegas. So that was a good time. Now here's where I'm running out of paper. So I used a white sheet of paper, white sheet of cardstock, and then I spray misted with the Coral Heidi Swap and the Primrose Heidi Swap. And then I used this washi as a border, and that was from a previous Freckle Fawn kit. And I cut apart, the 2 file folders, and this was that February I layered over top. I had a little tiny bit of the pink cardstock, and then I cut this apart. This is my daughter and I. It was a really beautiful 30-degree day, and we went skating outside in front of the Spoon and Cherry in the Minneapolis Sculpture Garden. So I used another one of those cut aparts with a flare badge, and then I used those 3 kind of sparkly gems. So it's kind of messy, but I don't mind that it kind of bled through because it's kind of watercoloring, kind of icy, and the circles are kind of mimicking the cherry. And also, that's a Prima stencil that I used. So I like how that one turned out too. And then since the Walker was free that day because they were doing, it's like the 75th anniversary of the Walker, which is a modern art gallery. And in my journaling, I kind of talk about how I like some things in the Walker, but I find some things disturbing in there. So it's not like one of my favorite places to go to look at art. I much prefer like the Russian Art Museum in town and the Minneapolis Institute of Art. The Walker is more modern. I think is art supposed to shock you? I don't know. But they sure try, and this is another time where the art, there was a few things in there that kind of creeped me out. But anyway, so I took a branding strip. I had a little teeny piece of pink left. I had one of those Polaroids and the clip, and I used the chipboard letters. And for the background, I mounted it was white mounted on black, and then I sprayed with the coral Heidi Swap, and then I splattered the pink. And then this is from the stamp set. So I like how that one turned out too. I actually like how all of these turned out. And this was the last one. It was a little bit of a stretch. I used white and cardstock, and then I used, it's grape soda, and yeah, just the grape soda, and I had a Heidi Swap mask, this love, and you can see it kind of mimics the sculpture in the photo, and right in front of that sculpture it said take a selfie. So I've got the chipboard letters again, and then I used the letters from the stamp set, and this card is from the stamp set, this paper clip is from the stamp set, and then I stamped some hearts and some of the arrows. So it doesn't have a lot of embellishing, it's pretty subtle, but with the big love, I thought, well, kind of wanted to mimic the love in the photo, and I had purple coat on, and I had turquoise coat on, and my daughter's jacket was black. So got 7 layouts. Like I say, I feel like I could use one more, but I'm just kind of over it at this point. So thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.